Hi everyone, this is Cleo from Games Are for Fi, and I was invited to the beta for Defiance recently, and I played about an hour and a half, and the NDA was lifted yesterday, March 22nd, so I thought I'd show off the hour and talk about my impressions so far of this game, Defiance. As far as I understand, this is basically the last beta before they release. And honestly, my impressions of it's got a lot of familiar elements. It harkens back a little bit to the old days of, World of Warcraft kind of thing. It's got elements, it's got Borderlands elements in it, definitely, because you're shooting and you have experience and stuff. It also put me in mind of SWTOR, or Star Wars: The Old Republic, the BioWare MMO that came out fairly recently that, lots of people were really excited about when it came out, but it went to free-to-play, I think immediately. And in that it tries to have a storyline, and actually the storyline's not bad. It's a little bit cliche, you got the whole Space Marine kind of thing, but at the same time, that's okay, that's okay to take what's got a good base. But anyway, the Voltans' arrival was more immigration than invasion. Peaceful attempts to integrate collapsed into decades of war and chaos. Yeah, that sounds like humanity. The Earth was transformed. Extinction seemed inevitable until the Battle of Defiance. Human and Voltan soldiers defied orders and united to save innocent lives. This valiant act inspired the belief that we must brave this new frontier together. Earth Republic Stratocarrier, New Freedom, West Coast deployment. Loading times are a little bit irritating. We've gotten spoiled on games now where like Guild Wars, where it just loads while you're doing other stuff, so you don't have to actually deal with the loading screen, but that's just me being a spoiled gamer. He looks so much like that one guy from Halo.
Listen up, people! We just passed the Golden Gate. We'll be on site in less than 20. So you got 10 to secure the rest of that gear and get yourself strapped in for a landing. Repeat! 10 minutes until lockdown, people!
That's an unacceptable response. Must I remind you who I am?
How many cliches can you fit into a game opening?
I don't care what your protocol is. You're here to help me. So that's what I want you to do.
You're dismissed, Private. What's the problem, Bombach?
You better get your men in line, Captain Grant. I want my equipment out of storage. My Ark Hunters and I depart as soon as we land.
The Earth Republic is in a limousine service. Your gear's locked up and we don't have time to dig it out. Now please, find your seat.
It bugs me how his mouth
offense,
barely
Captain,
opens.
But I think your orders were to do as I ask.
My orders come from my superiors. People in Manhattan wearing uniforms, like this. And those orders are to keep you safe while you locate your alleged Arc-Tech.
Alleged Arc-Tech? There is no alleged, Captain. Do you see this? With this Arc core and the rest of the technology that I'll find in the Bay Area, I will repair this world.
San Francisco.
And be its hero, of course.
You're in a restricted area. Get to your seat.
If anything happens to my gear, I'll send the bill to your superiors.
Oh shit, son. Them's fighting words.
Asshole.
Let's move, people! Time's ticking!
Already moving. Well, except for those two guys
What
that are
is this,
standing
a
over in
dorm
the corner.
room? Everyone, get to your seats! You two, let's go!
He's so weird looking.
No problem, Cap.
No problem.
You too.
I think she's an alien, but she might just be weird looking. I'm not sure. They didn't quite explain if there's different races or not. Like Voltan, is that a race? I guess so. I don't know. That's one of the problems, is there's story, but it's not very well explained. But then again, I guess they assume most people playing games like this don't care too much about story. Anyway, there's character creation. So yeah, there's the Arathian and the humans. So there is multiple races. Yay! And there's a fair amount of customization you can do. You know, it's not Skyrim, but it's pretty impressive. I mean, I remember the early days, like EverQuest 1, when all you had was one option, you know, male or female. That was your choice, and race, obviously, but actually my character in EVE Online was, I'm sad that I just got the trial of that because I really liked the way my character looked. But yeah, you know, I went through it pretty quickly. Or at least the characters aren't hideous like freaking Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. It's like all the customization, but all of them are completely hideous. Super white. I think that's the fastest I ever went through a customization screen in my entire game playing history. And there's the 4 classes. As far as I can tell, that's basically veteran is the main soldier, generic, whatever. And then the next one, blah blah blah, Defiance the event credited with ending the conflict between human and, yeah. Survivalist is more of a long range, it looks like. Or, you know, I'm thinking in like Team Fortress 2 terms. The Hunter, I think it's called. It's been a while since I played. You know, the one with the hat. Outlaw, I guess, is sort of a brute or whatever. I don't know. Without being hunted by the authorities. Oh, that's nice. We should think of Firefly. Brown coats. And then Machinist, or Machinist, however you say it. It's like the engineer, I guess. Question mark? I don't know. I picked her, and it stuck me with a pistol anyway, so I don't know why they show them with different weapons. Maybe there's weapon proficiencies? I don't know. I haven't really found anything talking about it. So if there is, they need to make it explain more. Yeah, I don't even know what the archetypes thing is. Just radically different faces. I just made a random name. I'm really good at naming characters. It's naming places that I'm like, I just don't know what to call this place. As I know from putting my Dungeons & Dragons campaign together. I think she looks pretty cool. There's no hair options. Sacrilege. Apparently you have to be a... What's that term for white people pretending to be black? Oh, it's a bad word. I'm not gonna say it.
Now, Arcana.
Hold on, Captain.
Now!
Everyone isn't wearing your beloved uniform. They don't take orders from you. Sorry about that,
beloved
friend.
uniform.
We land in 10.
Okay.
Strap in.
I never got to brief you on your ego implant, so we really need to...
Nope.
What
We're gonna
the
thrust
hell?
you in there cluelessly.
They need you on the bridge.
I think I will actually get to my seat. When we land, don't go anywhere. The ego activation could be a bit jarring without a proper briefing.
Alright, I'll stand there, get shot off by whatever is there when I land. Good idea. Hey, weirdos.
Relax.
Look at that
Just a little
nose.
turbulence. Completely normal.
No, it's not. We're all gonna die.
She's actually quite charming once you get to know her.
I'm sure she's adorable. Blue fire? What?
We're going down.
Integrity compromised.
So I'm deaf.
Evacuation pod launch in 3.
Loading screen. Nothing takes you out of the moment faster than a loading screen, I feel, but kind of unavoidable. Someday, we'll have no such thing as loading screens already. We're already on our way there with some games. Lag is really the biggest thing with online MMOs, that, especially with the shooter, because, you know, you have accuracy. That's one of the reasons I assume that early games, MMOs didn't have to worry about that kind of thing. Or that's why they made it like turn-based-ish. But
Which one of these dealies opens this bitch?
think it's funny how even when something's supposed to be a different race, they just sort of like change their face a little bit.
Stocko, you're alive.
Holy Stocko! I love made-up swear words. Frel.
Name's Kastukar. I saw you land. Well, maybe that's not the right word. It was more smashing into the ground than landing. I sort of expected you to be a
landing.
What are you doing?
Tripping balls.
Whoa, are you okay? You need help? Help? Can you hear me? You need to sit down. Here, sit down before you pass out. I'm sure you took more than a bump to the head, so rest. Get your feet under you. I'm gonna go see if anyone else needs help.
Yeah, resting will fix, you know, brain hemorrhages.
You might want to arm yourself a bit more. The locals aren't known for their charm.
Cool, I'll just make a weapon out of the random circuitry surrounding me.
Hello.
Holy shit.
You can hear me now. I can sense your nervousness, but don't fret. I'm the environmental guardian online device that was injected into your body. You can just call me Ego.
Okay, Ego. Ah.
Please forgive me. I'm having some trouble getting all the behaviors activated, so we might experience a few hitches at the beginning. But I'll sort it out. We have lots to go
she's
over,
melting
so
into the ground.
Start.
Cool. Ego. She starts out kind of cute and then rapidly gets annoying. In my humble opinion.
You can interface with me to signal when you're ready to proceed. Let's try it.
Checking out the menus. Checking out the all-important inverted... I want damage on. I like to know if I'm actually hitting people or not. There it is. Salvage equipment.
We need to find Mr. Von Bach, but first we'll need to gear up.
Such a weird voice actor thing
Von Bach
for
Industries has
a computer.
defense technologies aboard the Stratocarrier. I've placed a marker on our map where we'll find some.
Yay! I love following map markers so I don't actually have to find anything. Although it's worse when you have no indicator where you're supposed to go and you just wander interminably. Yeah, it took me a little bit to figure out how to hold it down.
Excellent. Once you equip that, it will allow me to activate the shield.
Yeah, this is a thing that they should change, I think, is they don't really, you know, usually they most games will show you if you have something to put.
I'm picking up a signal from a crashed mobile armory.
They'll usually show you if you have something to put into the slot.
As soon as possible, so we can start looking for Mr. Von Bach.
But they don't do that in this one. You have to manually click it. It's a small thing, but it's just, you know, it's something that we've gotten used to. We'd like it to be a little bit faster. Tell us automatically. Yeah, it wouldn't let me grab ammo. My first exposure to bad guys. I like how it's not like, there's some bad guys, you should shoot them. It's just like, oh, by the way, bad guys. Luckily, they're really dumb and not even paying attention. Took me a little bit to get used to the aiming. It's playing on Xbox. It's also on PS3 and PC. No loot. Sad face. That's alright. At least you get experience for every guy you kill. Yeah, you have this little radio menu to switch around as well, which is kind of cool. I think there are, you know, headshot kind of thing where it does more damage. Man, I look like I can't shoot at all. I swear, I was just getting used to the aiming. Although it really sucks when it glitches and you had a headshot lined up and suddenly they're like 20 feet away. But that's just the price you pay, I guess. The price of getting to play with lots of other people. Although I didn't actually really interact with anyone else. I couldn't really figure out how to group up or anything. I didn't try very hard. I'm not much of a grouper anyway, but... There's blood! I also like that I ran up and started shooting them and they hadn't even been attacking me. They just, you know, they looked threatening. There's a red bar above their heads. Clearly they had to die.
The light machine gun is big, loud, and powerful. Its
I love the light
bursts are
machine
capable
gun.
of crippling the enemy, from both close and afar. Particular weapon types work better for specific situations, so you'll want to get used to switching back and forth between the primary and secondary weapons. I'm detecting some explosives nearby.
I just always use a light rifle.
Definitely use those. I've put the location on the
light
map.
machine gun. Light rifles, Halo. Find a grenade. It's kind of annoying that the little rock guys show up as red dots, and they weren't even hurting me. But it kept throwing me off because I was like, somebody hurting me? Oh no. You can fire from the hip too, but obviously your accuracy is really bad if you do, so. You can jump, which is nice. There's a lot of games like this for some reason you can't. Which always makes me feel strangely tethered to the ground. The little flashing lights let you know which direction you're getting shot from, which is nice. Hey look, it's our first player interaction in the game. That was it. Yay, we're not playing a single player anymore game anymore apparently. Because somebody just ran past us. Can't interact, it's just shiny for no reason.
Drop 'em!
Unfortunately, you know, it's not really first person and you have to be careful that you're not shooting the ground in front of you, which is something I'm not very used to, but makes sense. Run away! You can sprint. Apparently indefinitely. Yeah, that guy already respawned. Sometimes they respawn like almost instantly. Which I guess is kind of a good thing because, you know, if a lot of people are playing, you don't want to have to fight over the same 5 guys. A la Mabinogi with all the bots. That was a unique situation. Every area you go to, there'd be like 5 foxes that you need to kill and there'd be 20 or 30 players, most of whom were bots, with names like just like random symbols. And they would all just descend in a giant swarm of +4 weapons. or 4 damage weapons. And the mushrooms in this game remind me of Shivering Isles from Oblivion, the DLC. So that was kind of cool. Nice alien planet. I mean, it could pass for Earth if it wasn't for the mushrooms, but you know, I suppose we wouldn't be able to walk around without helmets if it was too different from Earth.
This supply pod is full of grenades. Grab one and equip it.
I mean, this might even be Earth. I don't know. It didn't really explain where we are.
I think you already know how this works. Pull the pin, throw, and get out of there.
Thank you. Yes, I do know how to throw grenades. I was just complaining about what I already mentioned. It'd be nice to see the options we have for equipping when we're in that menu. Maybe they'll add it. If they do, you can say thanks, Cleo, for telling them to add that.
Don't stray too far from my projection. We need to calibrate some
behaviors
before moving on.
Talking about the hostilities, the College of Winterhold.
It's time to train you on the ego powers.
Yeah, ego powers. What does the frick that means? It's better than Firefall because you have psychic powers.
First, we'll try Cloak. While using Cloak, you are completely invisible to enemies. Use the power to sneak up behind the projection and attack.
Doesn't seem to matter if you go fast or not, too. Although I still have the mentality of going slow, like Halo, so you don't run out of powers quickly, but couldn't figure out how to do melee yet. Later I realized it's Borderlands controls. Ow. That was my ear. I like that Ego has the power to just erect projection fields wherever you are to help you train. Doesn't matter if there's real world danger around. Just, you know, training exercise.
Test the overcharge power. While using overcharge, your damage inflicted on the enemy is significantly increased. Shoot the projection while overcharge is activated.
The powers are like a combination of Halo and Borderlands.
The decoy power is now enabled. Decoy allows us to create a projection in your likeness,
aka
that will
hologram.
distract the enemy. Take down the projection while it is distracted by your decoy.
Distracted? I don't know. It's just not the kind of voice actor I would have picked for that role. I'm not sure what they were going for Ego. I mean, she'd be fine in another role, I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of guys out there that are like, oh my god, Ego's my waifu.
The projection is only vulnerable when its attention is
She looks so
on the decoy.
derpy in her little picture too. She looks cross-eyed. Yeah, I was having issues getting to work. Probably because it was still recharging. Nice. I like how he shoots towards me, but is still looking at the
Blur will
hologram.
allow us to move at extreme speeds
I
and
like
increases
Blur.
melee strength during
It's a
close
fun
combat.
game now.
With Blur active, rush the projection and strike it with a melee attack.
They didn't even tell me what the melee attack was. I had to figure that out myself. Pow. Now I want to play Tron. Tron's a movie, not a
Good
game.
work. You'll need to permanently
A movie
choose
about a
the
game.
power for me to integrate.
Well, a movie about computers in general. Anyway. There's a little leveling up screen. It's a little bit counterintuitive, but whatever. Makes me think of the grid thing in Final Fantasy XII. Everything reminds me of another game. That's what happens when you play as many games as I do. I decided to go with Blur because I thought it was kind of cool. It's like Zero and Borderlands 2. Rushing up and then meleeing guys, which is always fun.
Great. The ego power is initiated and integrated. I'm receiving a signal. I'll patch it through.
You
Can
do
anyone
that.
hear me? I need help
I like how
down
she
here.
somehow knows how to patch
It
into
looks
me.
like the mutants are getting organized for an attack.
How'd you get my
Oh,
comm
no.
info?
We better help her.
Oh no. See? She gets annoying. She's like, oh no, we gotta go help her. Okay, Navi. Jeez. Jez. Hellbug, Skitterbug. Not much of a hellbug. It's not even bothering. Derp. Just stands there, gets shot. I want to run over to their bodies and loot them, but nothing drops. If it drops, you can tell because it'll be all shiny and scream, grab me. But I'm used to games where you have to go over to the body and loot it. I guess it's better that you don't have to do that because, you know, it's tedious. But notice the little purple dot on the mini-map. Testing out the blur powers. Yeah, the little purple dot is either a player or an NPC. I thought it was just a player, and then I got to another area and I saw all of the blue or purple dots, and I was like, oh. So this is a quest that I didn't know about because nothing told me about the quest. So I could have been helping the other guys with the quest, but instead I had to wait till it restarted and then start it myself. So, pro tip, Defiance developers, you should implement something where you can tell somebody else is on a quest so you can help them. I mean, if you can figure that out. This game is pretty satisfying in a visceral way, just, you know, going in and mowing down enemies. And not just mowing down enemies, but actually getting experience for it, you know? Because that's one of the things about MMOs.
If we don't, you can forget about finding any survivors.
I just like killing guys. I don't care about survivors. But that was one of the problems I have with a lot of MMOs, is that I never really found the combat particularly enjoyable. Like, it was just a thing I had to do to get to the quest.
I have the ability to hack into most computer systems. Get to that thorium reactor and I'll see what I can do.
Thorium reactor? But this, I actually like shooting games. Well, I like sci-fi shooting games. I'm not really into, like, Call of Duty, although I've played them. But I like Halo and Borderlands kind of thing.
Excellent. I was able to reactivate the critical materials, so the reactor will
You'll
overload and blow
not
this entire base off
survive.
the map.
That's a
We'll need
mutant
to keep
voice,
the mutants
apparently.
from disrupting the process.
What did you do to that thing?
She's so calm.
It looks like it's going to explode.
Where was he going? He was just like running past me. Reloading takes a really long time. I'm hoping that there's skills somewhere in there that'll help you load faster, because I don't like being defenseless because I'm stuck reloading. And the health is a little bit confusing. Like, I guess the top is the Top left is your shield, and then the thing underneath it is your overall health, but
I'm not sure how much more I can take.
There's a little tooltip. It'd be like, tell you about it would be nice. I mean, I wouldn't say anything, but this is the beta, so they want us to say what we think would be good, right? I don't think anyone will actually watch this video from Defiance, but hey, you never know. I don't know when they're actually releasing the game. I think it's like a couple months. As far as buying the game, I don't know. It's fun, but you know, I'm just not really much of an MMO person. It depends on what the benefits are to keep playing, and you know, if they add new things to make it stay fun, or if it's just the same mechanics the whole time. Hi, boobs. I like how our hair has no gravity.
Thanks. You have an ego implant, don't you? That's amazing.
How'd you know?
First time I've ever seen one in action. You know,
all the girls have weird voices in this game.
A little backup can take you a long way in this crazy place.
This crazy place?
Site. They're gonna need help. I'm sure.
Can I ride behind you? Nope.
Okay.
I'm a silent protagonist. What? Mount Tam. Karl von Bach developed some of the most destructive weapons used in the Pale Wars, earning him the nickname Death's Merchant. Well, alright. Quest. I like how WoW introduced exclamation points as, I have a question for you.
We need to find out if Mr. von Bach survived.
I'm picking up signals from a couple of nearby evac seats. Fingers crossed that one of them belongs to Mr. von Bach.
Fingers crossed. Just leaving a note about how I wish it would tell.
My systems have reached a threshold where upgrades have become available. You may now spend an ego unit.
Yay! Explain how your health works better. For dummies like me who need it to be explained to them in baby words. I don't like when skill points are so precise. They're like, oh, only weapons, or only damage to vehicles. So I usually go for the more broad, whatever. Yeah. Seems like a self-feeding cycle. I also like that punching people in your melee doesn't end your blur, because I'm used to that from Borderlands, so I run up and I punch someone and then I just stand there because I forget that I can still keep punching people. Or rather, I can weapon butt their faces. Hit their faces with the weapon butt. You know what I mean.
This evac seat is empty. I hope whoever was in there is still alive. Somewhere.
Somewhere out there. Missing sound file. Get to an open area so I can scan the valley. Thank goodness I had subtitles on or I wouldn't know what the frick to do. And now all of a sudden mosquito bugs want to kill me. I don't know what happened. Maybe they found that can of Raid in my bag and decided that they were gonna avenge all their insect kind. Yay, monies. Yeah, I didn't know that that was money until later, but yay, monies. Yay, moon. Hello, moon. Cutest YouTube video ever. Don't watch it. You'll get. It's so painfully cute. It causes me physical pain to watch it. Let's just kill some bugs instead. Get our masculinity back. What? Girls have masculinity too? Just look at any female character in a video game. Unless of recent ones, I should say. Like her.
We're really lucky to be alive. The crash is horrifying.
Yeah, lucky. That's the word. Or Deus Ex Machina. Greek term. Look it up. It's one of those games where it's easy to just blow a bunch of time just wandering around, killing random things and finding little quests to do, which is good. I mean, that's how MMOs should be. That's why it's crazy that Skyrim didn't have co-op, because Skyrim would be a perfect game for co-op. But anyway, and it's nice too, because again, you're not just killing them for the fun of it, you're also getting experience and money. So. Yay farming. Yay Final Fantasy tactics. Not the game. Tactics from Final Fantasy, I should say. I think it's funny that there's like roads like you would go drive normally. And they still haven't really explained anything about like this planet or who these mutants are or why we're fighting them.
Oh no. This person didn't make it out alive. I'm detecting a fading ego signal, which means this person must have been a fellow Ark Hunter.
Or they just
doesn't look like Mr. Von Bach is in any of these evac seats, but I'm receiving several SOS transmissions through my direct frequency. One of them has to be Mr. Von Bach. Let's hurry and check them out.
Her voice is weird. She's like, let's go find Von Bach. It's like, you are not a computer program. Like, you're annoying. I see her as like a plucky side companion or something like that. I feel bad. I don't want the lady who does the voice acting to watch this video and be like, oh, they hate me. No, I don't hate you. I just think that it was a strange role to pick a voice like that. But, you know, I guess they were trying to be different than the whole, I am a computer, I have no inflection. Although I think they did a good job with, you know, like GLaDOS. Like, she has that whole robot voice, and yet she's still awesomely sarcastic and everything. It works really well. Do what they did with GLaDOS. That's my advice. All of the purple dots. Some dead bodies. Some people in identical poses. Some glowing lights that we can't interact with. I wish you could at least talk to the people, just to have them say dialogue. Paradise Territory Vendor. Look, players. Standing around a car for some reason. Yeah, you know it's an MMO when you got someone running around randomly punching and teabagging. Took me forever to figure out that the 102 is how much it costs. I thought that was how much I had, but no, I only had 58 down there in the bottom left. So I would make the amount of money that you have a little more prominent as well. You know, put something up in the top right next to the thing. Just to make it a little bit more interactive, I guess, more easy to read. I don't have sufficient funds. And the special deal thing also reminds me of Borderlands. It's alright, you know, flattery, no, imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. And then I got the stats. Fire rate 0.7, mag 11. Reload 3.5.
This expedition is in serious jeopardy if we fail to find Mr. Von Bach. He's the only one with the knowledge to unlock the secrets of the Ark Core.
Why didn't he tell other people in case he died? What a dick.
The mutants are attacking the crash survivors. We can help, but we have to stay focused on finding Mr. Von Bach.
Taking the shot!
This is not Mr. Von Bach, but employee number 445. This is very bad.
This is very bad. That's different than the subtitle. The subtitle said I'm estimating something 300. Death count is 300. I never noticed that when I was playing.
This is a deceased Von Bach Industries tech. I fear the worst.
Broken crash site. We lost everyone. The broken crash site thing keeps trying to turn itself on and
my DNA scan reveals
fly off. That's what that sound is.
Von Bach's employees, but not the man himself. We really need to find him.
What kind of accent is that? But anyway, I don't remember the first game that was like that. I think it was a Halo
DNA
game,
scan says
actually.
This is not Mr. Von Bach, but BBI employee number 130. That's not good. She was extremely important to this expedition.
Well, she's dead now. Time to move on.
Whether Mr. Von Bach is alive or dead, it doesn't appear he's near the crash site. I think we're going to need some assistance finding him.
I'm receiving an SOS.
I don't know. I was doing a pretty good job by myself.
Repeat.
40.
All unarmed and injured survivors, get to cover and stay put. We will find you. All combat team survivors, report to the emergency HQ at the New Freedom Rally Point. ASAP.
Hey, Arc Hunter. Did you get that E-Rep message? Meet me at the rally point.
Okay, Bossy McBoss Pants. Look, just because I'm a new player doesn't mean you can just order me around to do all your crap for you. Okay, yeah, it totally does. Never mind. Yeah, I remember, I think it was a Halo game where that was, the ship had crashed and it was doing that, and I was like, that's so cool, but now I'm just sort of like, that's annoying.
I want to know why
I get jaded so quickly.
Let's find the man in charge.
Okay. And by let's you mean me, right? I'll just walk into this building, nobody even tries to stop me.
Repeat, the New Freedom is going down. Heavy casualties suffered. Does anyone copy?
Like, he was like yelling angrily at the board.
The terraforming interference
Keep
is...
trying, Corporal. You keep talking to that thing until your voice gives out. Do you understand?
Sir.
My mind went to the gutter.
I recognize you. You're one of Von Bach's archives. But who are you? And what are you doing in my base of operations?
Name's Cass. Wait. Did you just say Von Bach? As in Von Bach Industries? The dude they call Death's Merchant? What exactly is going on here?
It's none of your concern, miss.
Sir, we have at least 200 confirmed dead, and nearly twice that
dead.
Injured. With no chance of evac, we don't have nearly enough medical personnel or supplies, sir.
I'm gonna go stare at this map.
A rundown medical center nearby. Send one of your men to shake it down for supplies.
Yes, sir.
Sir, shake the building until supplies falls out.
Rescue team, unless they can get into the Strato in the next 35 minutes.
Dramatic pause.
Survivors on decks 4 through 7 will likely burn alive.
That will not happen, Sergeant. Pull everyone back, but you tell those men trapped on the Strato that we will get them out.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Eisenhower. Those snipers used to be EMC. Just a bunch of bloodthirsty mutants now.
You're telling me that those things are Earth Military Coalition?
No facial expression whatsoever.
Apparently they didn't get the memo when that gig fell apart 12 years ago. They think you're invading.
How do you know all this?
There's a lot of old EMC junk around here. The least of which is Project...
Yeah. Project Tranquility. I know all about it.
Humans and Votans living in perfect harmony. What a bunch of stuff.
Tranquility wasn't a combat operation. The mutants wouldn't have access to firepower capable of taking down a strato carrier.
Nope. You're on your own with that mystery.
Sad, General.
Listen. No matter how much it pisses me off protecting your arrogance...
Doesn't he make you think of Grumpy Cat?
If you help me,
he's a human version of Grumpy Cat.
We can work together to find him. All right then. I need to get my rescue team into New Freedom immediately. So take care of those snipers.
Okay, General Grumpy
What
Cat.
do you think you're going, miss? You're gonna tell me everything you know about this restricted area that you've been wandering around illegally.
I like Grumpy Cat though. I mean, General Grumpy Cat. He's the one character in this so far that hasn't made me want to punch him in the face. I decided to leave them some feedback about how Eco's voice acting is kind of meh. But I like the other ones. They're okay. And again, it's not that I dislike the voice actor. I just think that they did an odd casting choice. But you know what? I'm one person, so maybe other people think she's adorable. I don't know. Plenty of people like Meryl in Dragon Age 2, and Meryl annoys the crap out of me. So there you go. Evacuate all those trapped inside.
The team can't move until you cross the valley and take care of the targets on that ridge.
They're dependent on you because they're NPCs, so they obviously have no skill at attacking. HP 6, whatever that means. It's nice that they have the little things in the ground. I know it's all for show, but It's a nice touch. There's another player that I couldn't figure out how to interact with, and his name is something really stupid. It's like butt plug or something like that. Yay, I can mountain climb like a horse in Skyrim. You know, this game must be fun, because as I'm watching this and adding commentary, I'm thinking, oh, I really hope this finishes soon so I can go play some more. There it is. Stuffy McButtnugget. Yeah, that's the best name ever. I don't understand why idiots playing games like this feel compelled to make stupid names. Like, I just don't understand the allure, but I don't know, I'm not a 12-year-old boy, so... or a 16-year-old boy with the mentality of a 12-year-old boy. You can have your stinking planet, I just want to kill you. Because you're so damn ugly, you don't deserve to live. Let me punch you with the ugly stick. Oh wait, you've already been hit by that. Trying out the pistol, but I like the auto gun, or the machine gun, whatever it's called. Hitting the stupid invisible bounding box. Grr.
Target destroyed.
I don't understand why it's so hard for game developers to make a bounding box the same size as the object that it's attached to. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I know that's because my screen is flashing red.
Target destroyed.
We had a target? I also kind of wish the bullet display was on the right, bottom right, instead of the bottom left. All these sounds they don't have yet. Yeah, it might be a beta if... Yay, grenade launchers. Every time I see this loading screen, I want to go play Shivering Isles.
Target destroyed.
Or
Intruder! Defend this position!
I like how they're speaking English too. No other races. We're all English. All American. Pistol freaking sucks. Pistol's good for shooting heads, I guess, and that's it. Sergeant Monroe. He's now a mutant. This makes me want to play, ow, direct hit to the face. Play Fallout 3 with the whole mutant mountain, Black Mountain or whatever it was called. I love hitting invisible walls. It shouldn't let you see it in the thing if you can't hit it because there's stuff in the way. I don't know if there's a way to switch views. If there is, I couldn't find it. It would be nice to have a first-person option, although it might give a quote-unquote unfair advantage. Although if anyone can do it, it shouldn't really matter. Just like Skyrim. Some people choose to play from third party, or third person, even though it's a lot more difficult. He was facing the other way. How did that bullet hit me? Or, not even bullet. What do you call it? Slug? What do you call the thing that a grenade launcher shoots? A grenade. Ah. I like sliding down ladders. It's funny when you slide down ladders in Dark Souls and I'm always like, oh god, all the splinters. Because you're not wearing gloves and it's wood. But I guess a badass slayer of demons doesn't care about splinters. Notice that there's other players, and like, I'm not even really interacting with them at all. I guess maybe the guys are targeting them as well? I couldn't really tell. No new points. You are now bound to blah blah. There's a respec option. I guess if you don't like what you put your points into. I generally don't respec with stuff, I just deal with whatever I put points into. There's crouching, but I haven't really found a purpose for crouching yet. Since you have to be standing to hit over a barrier. There's no clicking, or there's no sticking to target, or that. Sticking to cover that I found. Again, it might be in there, I just didn't find it. And if I didn't find it, probably a lot of other gamers won't find it.
Area
so.
secured.
Nice. I like when you hit them from behind and they instantly die.
Together.
Alright.
Clear. They're heading into the New Freedom now.
Looks like you convinced Grant that us Ark Hunters can actually help out here.
Yeah, I
he
got
said
green
you can
stuff,
take one of the
whatever
runners
that
to
is.
get around. Pick it up at HQ on your way down. Otherwise, you're gonna need sturdier boots and a lot more guns.
Unfortunately, running over guys isn't as satisfying as you would hope. It's a little bit like driving mongooses in Halo. Although actually even mongooses will instant kill if you hit somebody dead on. This one, it just sort of knocks them around a bit. So more like Borderlands. Yeah, there's a lot of Halo and a lot of Borderlands and a lot of SWTOR in this game. But yeah, I don't know why they were blue. I guess that was a different quest that I didn't have or something. I don't know what that annoying sound is either. You're giving me alert sounds, but I don't know what they are. So they're not very useful, they're just annoying. All these things that look like you should be able to interact, but they're just there to look at. They're there to be pretty. Pretty terminal. Got a little Fallout 3 here. Call my vehicle, like calling a horse. Hi, vehicle! You just appeared out of nowhere. Here's some feedback. Stop asking me for my feedback every 5 minutes. I know it's a beta, but jeez. And it auto-equipped the car for some reason. No, you can't interact with that car. You can only interact with your car for some reason. No stealing vehicles in this game. This isn't Far Cry 3. With endless vehicles to hotwire. There's stuff I can afford, but it sucks, as you would expect, because I can afford it. I can already feel the whole microtransaction thing going on, where I'm like, oh god, I need to go farm and get some money so I can buy weapons, and then I'll use those weapons to kill more guys, to get more money, to get bigger weapons, and so it continues. Ad nauseum. So, controls for cars, kind of not good. You control the view with the right, and control the vehicle with the left. It should let you, if you turn with the right, it should let you move the vehicle that way as well, I think. Otherwise it's having to monitor 2 toggle sticks at once. It's not. I could probably get used to it, I don't know, it just doesn't feel very intuitive. But then, pretty much every video game ever that has car controls, they're always terrible.
I'm picking up a distress signal. It's from the Earth Republic. Captain Grant's men are in trouble. We better help.
We better help? Goody gosh. Okay, Navi. I'm gonna call her Navi. I don't care if we're supposed to call her Ego. She's Navi. Navi the Navigator. Ah. It's the controls, it's not me. Squishies! Squish! No! Squishies! 10 points. Squishy. Awkward. There's this lag too with enemies where there's like a second or two delay after you shoot them or hit them before they take damage and react. And I mean, I assume that's just a lag issue, but it's a little bit distracting. You're like, am I hitting them? Am I doing damage? Oh, there he goes. Now he's dead. Dump. Impenetrable wood.
The enemy! No surrender!
The enemy! It's very precise. It's like Lord of the Rings. The enemy. Oh god, they've got huge knives. They're charging towards me. I probably will, you're right. Traitor! You were shooting at, I admitted I was shooting you first, but nonetheless, I'm just defending myself, man. You looked at me, and you're ugly, and I felt threatened. That's my excuse. It's not my fault, officer. I thought he was gonna attack me, so I shot him in the face. Just exercising my Second Amendment rights, yo. Politics. Anyway. Yay, glowy stuff to pick up. The pieces of red stuff keep making me think of the red flower petals in Cave Story. But that's just because I'm playing Cave Story right now, so I'm like, got it on the brain. I'm live streaming it. You guys should check out my live stream on Twitch TV, Games Are for Fight, and watch as I mow down Mobigos now. Sometimes I play other games. Sometimes. Maybe I'll even play this, since there's no NDA anymore.
The enemy!
See what you guys want. Oh god, dying again. I like running fast though. Traitor! And he disappeared. He just glitched the heck out. My mom was watching me play and she's like, they've got the blur thing too! Because they're running fast. I'm like, no mom, they're just glitching. They're just lag teleporting. Something that people used to get banned for in Halo. I never even knew how to do it, but I like that they roll to get out of the way. That's a nice little dynamic. Makes it slightly more difficult to shoot them. Red flower petals. I think it's funny that they don't come and try to get you. They just stay where they are. Sometimes they dodge, but they don't actually like go around obstacles to get you. So the AI is pretty dumb in this, but you know, it's still satisfying to mow them down. So and you do have to be fairly careful about not just standing there and soaking in bullets. Although I never died so far, but I like to think that's because I'm fairly decent at gaming and not just beginner's luck. Here, bro, I'll touch your shoulder and that'll totally fix you.
Thought I was a goner.
Good as rain. Right as good. Whatever the expression is.
Thought I was a goner.
Yeah. Repeating yourself is awesome.
Thanks for the assist. We'll get
Sure.
this truck running and meet you at the medical clinic.
You sound really confident. I like how there's no, like, who are you or why are you here? Just, oh, cool, you touched my shoulder, we're best friends for life. When in doubt, follow the glowing orange things. Oh yeah, I decided I was going to try out the matchmaking and see what that was. Even though I was mostly satisfied doing the single player. I don't even... How is there already clans? This is the beta of the game and they're already doing the whole clan spam thing. No explanation what these things are, but I decided to try them out anyway.
We've enlisted in a shadow war. Be careful. We're going up against other ARC hunters now.
Look at her derpy picture. Her picture's so derpy. I love it. Her eyes are like staring at each other. She should be a My Little Pony. She should have derpy hooves that run for her money. Yeah, I didn't
Everyone
realize.
is checked in. We're starting the operation.
Yeah, it was basically it has to find 12 or 20 other people. Or, well, 19 other people. up there in the top left. I don't know. I have difficulty like noticing everything that happens on the HUD when it's too complicated. I kind of just sort of block it all out. And then later on I'm like, oh, okay. There's my health. There's my bullets remaining. And it teleports me into the Shadow Wars thing. Ugh, I can't stop yawning. It's not this game, I'm just tired.
3, 2, 1.
Blast off. I have no head! I have no head! I have no head! I have no head. Ah, I'm black. Now I'm white. Okay. I always wanted to be the headless soldier. It's like the horseman, but not as cool. Squish! Just kidding. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I just went towards the closest point.
This area is engulfed in a shadow war.
This is like territories.
Right now, these conflicts are erupting all over the world as teams fight over precious resources.
Seems like a good reason to fight. And then it ended as soon as it loaded, so I don't even know what the heck happened. But I elected to try it again. Play again. Why? Try to figure out what that was. And then it just sort of lets you run around and shoot guys. I guess this is an area that you can go into even outside of Shadowrun. I don't know. I didn't really figure that out. But it's nice because you can shoot guys and level up as they're waiting for the other players, 21 more players, 19 more players to be discovered or to join. I don't know how big the beta is. I presume it's several hundred, maybe a couple thousand. I hope their servers can handle it. Yuck. It's like every game that comes out, not every, but most games that have any kind of attention, they always get overwhelmed at launch by how many people, like SimCity and Diablo 3 and Mass Effect 3 also. They all come out. So all these games that force you to be online all the time, like SimCity. Obviously the solution is to not have DRM and not force you to be online when you play a game. That guy was really tough. I need a blade and a dagger. There's no melee weapons in the future. Everything is solved with bullets and lasers and grenades and psychic powers, naturally. Ah! Jumps towards you with his hand. Probably won't. You're right about that. Bam, 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 bam. And then suddenly there was the sound of a helicopter, and I still couldn't figure out what that was. And then a little symbol appeared, and I decided to go towards it, because bitches love following symbols on maps. And I decided to run away because they were spawning faster than I could kill them. So. Come to me, my magical vehicle of being able to be summoned from nowhere-ness. Wouldn't that be useful in real life? There's like, okay, I'm out of class, time to drive home. There's probably people would just spawn their cars in incredibly bad places, middle classrooms and whatnot. Just for a laugh. Hi, player that suddenly spawned next to me. Oh, look, shiny. I'm trying to get distracted. Jump out of the moving vehicle like stagecoaches in Red Dead Redemption. I accidentally clicked on his name. The Dovahkiin. Yeah, I'm sure. He made a new account name just for Skyrim. He misspelled Dovahkiin. Anyway, decided to try this, whatever it was, but then
3, 2, 1.
Boom! It crashed. And I got kicked out of the servers. Probably because it got overloaded. Who knows? Who knows what the reason was. But then I decided to reload and play a little bit more. But I ran into other problems, as you will see in a second. Unfortunately, I don't know how saving works. I mean, obviously it's auto-saving, and I got taken back quite a fair bit, which is always annoying. But, you know, it's something you just learn to deal with on MMOs. It's just, you know, you have to go kill those 10 foxes again or whatever. It's not like, you know, complicated kind of stuff. But a lot of people that play MMOs, you know, they just like to pop on and do simple repetitive tasks for hours on end. I have a really high opinion of people who like MMOs, you can tell. I don't have a problem with MMOs, they're just not really for me. I like games that have endings. But as I said, you know, even as I'm watching this and adding commentary, I'm like, I want to go play more.
We've enlisted in a shadow war. Be careful. We're going up against other ARC hunters now.
No explanation of why we're killing each other. Not my friend! Not my friend! Not my friend! Help the ER soldiers defeat the mutant marines. That's happening.
They're commencing the operation. Let's roll.
I like how they're just basically mouths with legs. They don't even have eyeballs. How do they see me? You see that delay? You punch them and then they die.
Open.
I like how they instantly respond. Open wide? Are you gonna do something perverted? Probably. The sound levels are also kind of off because it's like if they're on top of you, the sound is really loud.
Go.
And it froze. Yep. It froze, and I had to actually unplug my Xbox to even get it to turn off. So it froze real bad. Anyway, I decided to take that as a good stopping point. It was about an hour in anyway, so thanks for watching, and you guys should leave a comment and talk about what you think about Defiance. Think if it looks fun. I think it's pretty fun. We'll see what it's like when it comes out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.